calling down my name. Why don't you hear me wonder? Ooh, ooh. Oh, midnight highway, shining just like sin. Why don't you hear me wonder? Ooh, ooh. Tell me, river, where your current flows. Why don't you hear me wonder? Ooh, ooh. Oh, stop your freight train, let a lost man ride. Why don't you hear me wonder? Ooh, ooh. Fare you well, darling, ain't coming back no more. Why don't you hear me wonder? Ooh, ooh. Who been whispering since I've been gone so long? Freedom calling.
Mr. Kris Basset. Hey, what's that dead thing behind you?
That is my moose I killed in 22
Where at?
here in Idaho.
Oh, right on. There's some good fronts on them.
Yeah, really good fronts. That's
Good chunk of moose.
yeah. That's
I've had my hands on a few of those things.
I wanted one with good fronts.
Yeah. So that's where you're in Idaho?
Yeah,
How long you been there?
46 years.
Wow. So you've done a lot of hunting around there.
Oh yeah.
You got lots of wolves too, don't you?
Unfortunately, they're moving in. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta
I'm
get
in-
on those things. You're kind of like
I'm
rats
in-
going in the barn.
I'm in southern Idaho, and you can tell when they're around. That's for sure.
Yeah, you can.
The
I have my
elk-
hands on a bunch of those things too.
I wish I could. I really want to get a wolf.
Oh, do you?
Oh yeah.
I'll mail you a few.
No thanks.
Yeah, man, I just got back. I was racing on the logging road, but I forgot I didn't get enough fuel in my truck. I was planning on getting fuel out there to get back when I left here. And then I'm like, oh shit, I don't have enough fuel to get home. I had to wait for the one tiny little fuel place to open up before I could start driving. I drove like a maniac. I just got back.
Well, is what it is, I suppose, huh?
Yeah. So what do you got? So when did you figure out some weird shit's going on out there?
Yeah, that's the last time I talked to you was, I don't know, what was it, about a year ago?
Probably.
So right after we talked, it was probably 2 months after we talked, I was camping. Me and my wife were camping out by the reservoir and was kind of boondocking it, right? Nobody else goes out there. And the night before that, we'd cooked dinner. We had to move the grill over to the east side of the camper because the wind was blowing. And ate, went to bed. My wife woke up about 5 o'clock in the morning. She says, "Can you smell that?" I said, "No." "What?" She says, "I smell gas." I said, "Well, I wonder if the pilot light went out on the heater." And then, for some reason, I thought, "Did you turn the grill off?" He says, "Well, yeah, I turned the grill off." She hopped out of bed and went outside, and both knobs on our cooker were cranked full blast. And the gas was going right in the window of our camper.
What?
Yeah. There's absolutely no way it was on the entire night, or we wouldn't have had any gas, for one thing. It wouldn't have lasted that long, cranked full blast. But she only used one cooker, one side to cook anyway. So someone or something cranked both knobs on my cooker right below my window that was open.
Shit. What size tank did you have on it?
It was the smaller tank,
20 pounder?
20 pound, yeah. And she was full. Luckily it was summer, so our heater wasn't running, right?
Shit.
That would have sent our entire camper sky high.
No kidding.
If our heater would have clicked on.
Yeah, that's pretty creepy. And nobody else around there?
Not a soul. Not a soul. My dog barks at anything comes near the camper, right? Never made a noise.
Really?
Nope.
That's pretty stealthy.
Right? I can't figure out what was the point. Right?
I don't know. That's pretty creepy.
It was, we were really creeped out.
There's nothing very entertaining about doing that.
No. We looked for
tracks.
tracks, no sign of anything. It was very weird.
Yeah. Anything else happen?
Not on that trip. The reason the last time I talked to you, the reason I got a hold of you was because an article in Bobby Shore's book you was reading, and I think it was labeled something hairy man with a club or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that story is about 10 miles as the crow flies from where I hunt.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened to that story?
There was, I believe it was winter, and the locals in Bancroft, Idaho, actually it was Chesterfield, Idaho at that point, were seeing big tracks in the snow, and then they seen a great big tall hairy man, and it was I believe it was chasing locals with a club.
Really? Did he get any of them?
I don't think so, but they sent a posse after him.
Really?
Yeah, and this was, I can't remember the date of it. It seems like it was the late 1800s or early 1900s. Sent a whole posse after him. Said they never caught up to him, but...
I guess not.
Yeah.
That's funny. I remember I had a guy email me, and he wouldn't say who he was, and all he said was he was living right where I just came from on the coast, the small village of Bamfield on the west coast of Vancouver Island, and he said he was poaching wood, which a lot of people do. They'll go out and cut down a big cedar tree or something and poach the wood. It's a lot of money on the black market, right?
Right.
And all he said was, I was poaching wood. He said he was at some end of some dead-end road in an old cut block, and he went up there, and he said this 12-foot tall hairy thing standing there with a club in his hand staring at him in the logging cut.
Oh, man, what do you do?
I don't know. That's the first time I heard about an actual club in their hand, right? Who knows what kind of club it was, but they had something in the hand staring them down.
Right. I mean, that could have been half a tree with a 12-foot tall guy.
Yeah, right. Who knows what he had. So you had anything else going on around there after camping?
Yeah, I sent you that. Did Sarah let you listen to that clip of that scream howl thing?
Oh. There's something. Did she text me that or something? I heard a recording of a scream howl the other day. You send it to her?
Yeah.
God, like I've been up at 4 o'clock in the morning going at it like a madman every single day, so everything's a bit of a cluster in my brain.
I understand that.
Let me see if she's got it here. Did you email it to her?
I just texted it to her.
Damn. So many texts. She's on the dog walk right now. Otherwise, we'll get her. Damn it. No text here, but wonder if. So you didn't mail it?
No, it's a text.
All right, so she'll have it on her phone. I won't be able to get it until she gets back.
I could probably text it to you.
All right, do it.
All right.
And I'll play it right now.
Yeah.
So where did you record this? Oh, yeah. Oh, no. And you managed to record it, so it did it again. Must have. All right. Okay. What? You must have scared the shit out of you.
Oh, it did too. It was probably 50 yards away or less.
What kind of bush breeding? Were you in timber or on the edge of a meadow or what? Where were you?
Yeah.
Really? What'd the wife think of that?
She wasn't really impressed.
Okay, listen. I got my volume right up. Let's see if it works here.
It just does it twice towards the front of it, and then you can hear his footsteps.
Oh, it's just the beginning.
Yeah.
Let's wait for more. Okay, one more time.
And
That's kind of different, isn't it?
yeah, I've never heard anything like that. And it sounded different in person. And the two that it
Oh, yeah, no
it
doubt.
did that, it was unreal loud the first time it did it. The best those red stags, the way they kind of,
Yeah.
that's kind of what it sounded like.
roar. They call it the roar. I've hunted those things in New Zealand during the roar. Yeah, they're weird looking. If you weren't familiar with those things and you heard a red stag in the timber, it scared the shit out of you.
That's what it sounded
like. Huh? And footsteps too, huh?
Yeah. It sounded bipedal.
So what time of day was that?
Right, almost dark. Yeah, that.
See any animals?
No, not a thing. In fact, that's a video. So that's how dark it was.
Right.
Shannon took that video.
Damn. So what'd you do after that? Did you go back hunting?
Oh, yeah. They're not going to keep me out of the woods.
Or did you get one?
Yeah. My boy got a really nice 6-point the second day of the season, and I killed a spike the third day of the season.
Right on. Freezer's got some meat.
Oh, yeah. We ended up getting our deer, too. My boy killed a whitetail, and...
All right.
This shouldn't be here, right? And then I ended up killing a hybrid. Yeah,
really?
It's a goofy-looking bugger.
What, you don't normally have whitetail
No.
there?
No.
Oh. They're coming. They're just like the wolves. As soon as they show up, they just start spreading.
Yeah, they breed like bunnies.
Yeah. Hey, so has your son seen one of these? What does he think of this topic?
He was turkey hunting a few years ago with his friend, and there's a mountain we call Baldy because there's nothing on top, right? And it was spring turkey, so there was still quite a bit of snow. And he went up there and ran into tracks. He said were about 18 inches long, going straight up this cow face, right? In snow. And he kind of turned tail and got the heck out of there. He's not as interested in it as I am. It kind of freaks him out a bit. But,
right.
And then the last time I talked to you, I told you him and his wife were driving their Razor and they had a rock about the size of a golf ball go right through their cab of their Razor.
Right.
And there was nobody around.
Do you know many people that have seen these things?
I know one of my dad's good friends in the early 2000s saw one locally. Him and another guy were riding their wheelers out of a canyon, and it ran across the road in front of them. He told everybody, and you know how that ended out.
Yeah, it's weird. It's funny, this past week I've had all the groups coming on my boat have all been basically through the channel here. So we've been talking about this shit all day long, every day, listening to people's experiences and what they know. It's pretty crazy. So what do you think in these things are good or bad?
I don't think they have our best intentions. I don't.
Yeah.
You have people on all the time that say they communicate with them and whatnot, but who's to say they're telling anybody the truth?
Yeah. I know we're getting to the point. I feel like I'm starting to get to a little bit of a pinnacle here, possibly with this topic pretty here shortly, ramping right up with the knowledge pouring in and all the facts and shit. I don't know. I mean, if you just go look at everything's a pattern, right? You look at patterns, and basically every single person that I've talked to who says they have communicated with them, every single one of them says they don't think they tell the truth.
Yeah.
Right? So you have to take that into consideration. There's like another guy here said, listen, they can make you feel different emotions. They can make you feel whatever they want you to feel. So that's kind of alarming too, because if there's a lot of people out there who call, my clan's great. My clan's just nothing but full of love and all this shit, which I'm sure that's what they're feeling. I'm sure that's what they are feeling. But if these people are kind, good intentions, and they get love and kindness across to you, they should be sitting down on a log talking to you.
Exactly.
So why do you hide? Who hides?
And if they're
Who does hide and
if
what?
they're the protectors of the
Okay.
forest, why aren't they protecting the forest?
They're not protecting
No.
shit. They're not the protectors of the forest. That's an easy I don't know. My words aren't meshing up properly this morning, but that's just an easy out. That's an easy explanation, right? Oh, they're just protectors of the forest. Let's go get a burger.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when my knife got put back in my backpack. But why don't you just say thank you and quit being so angry? Good enough. Like, what are you, stupid? How stupid are some people, you know what I mean? Like, angry. My knife just appeared out of nowhere 12 miles and 9 months, 12 miles away and 9 months later in my backpack. I want to know how it got there.
Exactly. And if those people would have experienced that, they would have wanted to know too.
Maybe, or maybe they just start dancing in a circle, chanting and screaming, "I love you" or
I
something.
guess.
Who knows, right? Some people. I don't know.
I have that's another thing. I have stuff in my house misplaced and moved and missing all the stinking time. It's gotten to the point where I think I'm losing my mind. Yeah.
Really? Lately?
Yeah. Literally.
Have you ever had anything slap the house or seen any lights in the house or around the house?
No, I haven't. But when my dad was growing up, he lived rurally, right? And he went to the bathroom one night, and he closed the bathroom door, and a red orb shot from behind the door and out the window and across the field.
Lovely.
Right?
And then what do you do with that?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I don't know what you do with that.
It's like I had some guys in the boat yesterday, and we ran down the coast, this bit of a remote spot where you can't really get to. And we're in the boat, we're right close to shore. Like, we're probably only, I don't know, 200 yards offshore. And you see all the big timber and these remote beaches and cliffs and everything. We're talking about this shit, and I go, imagine we looked over there right now, and there's one standing there on the beach. All of us are looking at it. Then what are you going to do with it? You know?
Yep.
Happens all the time. Doesn't make a difference.
I know. That's right where we camp. There's mountains all around us, right? We're kind of sitting down into a bowl, and every single night, and everybody that comes out to camp has noticed it. Every single night there are what looks like lightning flashes on the horizon.
Really? But they're not?
What's that?
But they're not?
We don't know. I can't imagine that every single night, 30 nights in a row in September, because I'm out there, there's lightning storms. In the same place. It's still weird.
You videotape that shit. Put it on a tripod and zoom in.
Okay,
Let her rip.
I will.
Yeah, why not, right?
Yep.
You got a video camera?
Yeah, I do. I'll see if I can get it.
Yeah, put it on a tripod. Put it on a tripod, zoom it down there, and let her
It's
rip.
so strange. It's just white flashes all right over top the mountains.
So which way in the compass are you facing? Where's it coming
North.
from? With the
North.
skate? North?
Yep.
Is there mountains up there or timber?
The mountains that it's over are pretty tall mountains, and probably, I would say they're pretty bald on top.
And they're not lit up and smoke and fire right now
no.
from it.
Oh, and this has been
Like the rest of
this
it.
has been happening for 15 years.
No
Yeah.
shit. How weird is that?
I know. The only possibility, I think, the Snake River's over there, right? The only thing I might think is maybe there's thunderstorms every night on the Snake River. I don't know, but that doesn't seem very plausible to me.
And this is on a clear night. I guess it's got to be clear nights it's happening too.
Yep.
That'd be an interesting video for
Yep.
sure.
I will try. Get a good video of it.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, Sarah's on her walk right now. She had wood knocks again day before yesterday.
That's a little unnerving.
That's what she said. She keeps going while she goes. She'll bypass certain areas when it doesn't feel right. Like there's the one part where she'll bail off the main trail down the bank, down a steep trail, then go along the river through this forest, and that's where all the shit's been going on in that patch of timber. And then She comes back out to the paved road, and then she just says, I'm not going down there anymore for a while. And she sticks to the paved road. But it's interesting. So while I was away, she met a woman who's like 92 years old and sharp as a pencil that lives down this road. And she's been there forever. Like, she's been there her whole life. And I'm like, no way. Because I had another guy from town here email me and explain to me all of the history around my home here. And he said that particular road at the end, there was a farm there, and they had these things there all the time. And that's where this woman lives. And she said she was the original one living there. And I'm like, no way. And she hauled Sarah in to give her some apples and show her how to make applesauce and all this shit. Like, she's just like she found her new adopted grandmother, right? She's all by herself and stubborn. And I'm going to get Sarah to take me over there, or else Sarah to go visit her again and ask her if she knows what went down. Because this woman lives basically right where this thing ran up on Sarah twice now in the past year.
That's uncool.
Something invisible.
That is uncool.
Something invisible ran up on her and the dog. Yeah, it was gross. So, and she smelt the smell. Twice had something run up on her and the dogs, and had the beating on the tree 2 different times now. Right there. And this woman lives right there. I'll guarantee you she's gonna have something to spill.
You gotta see if she'll let you interview her.
Yeah, well, we'll see what she's got. And she said, another side note, so this woman was originally from Germany, I think, and she was in the medical field, and she said back in the early days, the medical field in Germany, they were taught how to cure people with diet.
Really?
No drugs, diet.
Imagine that, right?
Go figure. Holy shit, that made me go, what the F? You gotta be kidding. Well, it makes sense, because that basically is what cures everybody.
Sure. You know,
What
like I said last time I was with you, I'm full-blown Christian, and I believe that God gave us everything we need. Why wouldn't he?
Yeah, well, my gut's been screaming it for years that I want to know what I can do, what I normally should be able to do.
About a year and a half ago, my wife run onto somebody on Facebook, local, that was selling raw milk. And my wife said, you want to try some? I said, definitely, right? And I started drinking raw milk, and I'll tell you what, my gut improved tenfold drinking raw milk.
No shit. Well, they pump it full of sugar and shit now, don't they?
Well, and I think the pasteurization process, right, takes all the good crap out of it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, Sarah had her nephews over, and she's trying to teach him about sugar because he's sadly addicted to frickin' sugar. And she's trying to show him. She says, okay, each thing you eat, we're going to mark down how much sugar. We're going to show how much sugar it is. And she said that orange juice that you get on the shelf, the jug orange juice, has more sugar in it than the sugary cereals that they're thumping in the kids. Yeah.
Now that's sick.
Right? And she's explaining how there is sugar in milk, there's sugar in everything, and how sugar is being absolutely pumped into us. And meanwhile, you can't have cancer without sugar.
Well, sure. It's got to have food, right?
Yeah, it goes on. And then any real food is too expensive for your average human being to obtain. When did that start?
Right?
Right? Holy shit. Yeah, we could probably go off. I could really go off right now on all the examples of the war on humanity because they're in our faces. And there's no denying it. There is an absolute war on humanity right now.
And the thing about it is, I really do believe that a large part of humanity is finally starting to open their eyes.
Yeah, for sure. But unfortunately, there's a shit pile of people out there that are pushing against the people waking up and seeing what's going on.
I don't understand that at all.
I don't get it, man, unless they're all demon possessed. I haven't a frickin' clue, because there's a war on Christianity and there's a war on humanity.
Oh, man.
That's all there is to it.
Especially in Canada land.
Canada stand.
Oh, man. I feel so bad for you guys.
Yeah.
When are you going to move down here?
I don't know. Like it's, Sarah's a mom, and she just wants to be a happy mom.
I don't
That's
blame
it.
her a bit.
So so you can imagine the terror in her when I talk about moving, right? I mean, if I was by myself, I would have moved to the States a long time ago.
Move the whole family.
I would have. I would have. Everybody knows I've got a lot of love for the States, and I have a shit pile of some of my best friends in the whole world are in the States, and I've spent a lot of time in the States, and I love this land up here, and I love my friends up here. But I'm just bumbling through life right now as a countryless person.
Oh yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, we've one of the most corrupt governments in the world right now.
You do?
Currently.
Unfortunately.
Oh yeah.
Canada used to be such a cool place too.
Right? Yeah. I don't know. Just keep smashing forward. I mean, I'm doing what I can do to make a difference in the world, but just keep smashing forward. I make sure we do what we love to do no matter what.
I agree.
As soon as that's gone, you're just the walking dead. You're just a walking tool for the dark side once you stop doing that, right?
I can't count the amount of men that I worked with that died within a year of retiring.
That's so common, it's silly.
That's another thing. They retire and they sit home in their chairs and they do nothing.
Yeah, well, that's the fastest route to death right there. You got to keep the body moving. That's what it's built for.
Work was their entire life, and I don't understand that at all.
Well, I'm pretty sure we weren't given this life to experience. We've been given a life to live and experience, and we weren't given a life to donate to, working 6 days a week for somebody else and then croaking. Being convinced, you can't wait till retirement. Retirement's going to be great. Huh? What? That's my whole life. Assholes.
Yeah. And let's face it, by the time you retire, you're getting up there in age.
Right, yeah, it doesn't even make sense, right? All the beautiful things and all the fun shit to do in the world, you need your youthful body to do it. And you need your freedom, and you need to be equally successful in a way. But it all boils down to being conditioned. As soon as we get ripped away from mom and dad, and we're conditioned to donate 5 to 7 days, 8 hours a day. Well, conditioned instantly.
Look at the school schedule, right? The school schedule is a work
there you
schedule.
Go. And absolutely it is. And then the dog shit they're throwing down this next generation's brains. Like, man, I'm looking at kids right now and I'm feeling concern, alarm, and sadness for them, for what's coming.
They are not.
Like, how are they going to navigate through this frickin' lifetime coming up? Holy
they aren't
shit.
Going to.
I mean, back when I was a little kid, our grandparents would say, man, if our great-grandparents were still alive right now, they're probably rolling their graves right now. And then another generation later, well, the last couple generations wouldn't even believe you if you told them what was happening right now was going to happen. They'd think you were insane.
My great-grandma died it's probably been about 12 years ago. She was 98 when she died. And she would not recognize this place now. I mean, she went she used to ride a horse to school. And she went from horse and buggy to space travel.
Right.
And yet she still would not recognize the world today if she was alive.
Yeah. Yeah. I know it's funny. I'm starting to get to the point now. I'm very frustrated with all of the dog shit getting talked about online or any other avenue with even the majority of people I respect, and I've been following their information online until I can see they're just pumping out dog shit after dog shit after dog shit after dog shit after dog shit, and everybody's just pointing out dog shit nonstop, 10 times a day each. I'm like, okay, enough of pointing it out. Where is somebody pointing out the remedy?
Yeah.
Nobody's pointing out how to change shit. They're just pointing out dog shit. Nothing's changing. And I'm starting to get to that point right now. I'm like, okay, enough.
Yeah.
Start changing shit for crying out loud.
And every time We've caught them. We've caught them. We've got the goods on them. We've caught them. Why aren't they in jail?
Yeah, nothing's changing. Like nobody's even has a slight plan to make anything better. If you take the top 10 topics going down in society today, nobody has one remedy
Nope.
Recipe for anything.
Nope.
And the people who are doing these atrocities know it. And they don't give a flying shit anymore at all. They don't care. I mean, they just don't care. It's everything's frustrating. I'm frustrated. I could babble about this dog shit for days. And I've been talking about it every day, all day with every guest on the boat. Everybody's screaming the same song right now, no matter where you go.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone.
Yeah. And it's like, I've come to conclusion, there is no political answer right now to make things better for a society, the world, of the people. There's zero political answer. And there's probably one of only two things. If you can't fix it politically, then there's going to be a shitload of killing going on soon.
There's a couple of pretty intelligent people that are saying that we are headed for another civil war. They said it's unavoidable at this point.
There's shit's already, like, you go online, all there is people beating each other up everywhere. Yeah. Right? People beating each other up, attacking everybody, everybody's angry, fighting in the streets, fighting in the airlines, fighting on cruise ships, fighting in the restaurants. And then I just saw a thing about 45,000 extremist Muslim types all congregated in Dearborn, Michigan the other day.
See, I don't know why we're putting up with that at all.
It's amazing. It's just amazing shit show to watch. There's nothing good going to come from that shitstorm.
Not one bit. And I don't.
Nothing.
People have such a short memory, don't they? 9/11 was not that long ago.
Yeah, it's weird. Everything's weird. The gatekeepers the people that opened up the borders in the Western countries, it was intentional for a purpose.
Absolutely.
And it's coming to fruit for those dark sons of bitches. But if you could trace it back, I think if somebody could just trace it back, just like the branches on a tree down to that trunk, and see who the real original culprits for cracking open borders in the Western countries, see who they are and why they did it and who they're connected to. And then you'll get a blatant, plain picture of what's going on, right? I mean, everybody's saying the one world government's coming. I believe that to be true. It's biblical too, right?
Absolutely.
And that's obviously a smooth way to transition. Just flood the countries with all these fuck-ups.
You know,
I'm going to say fuck-ups because they are. They're not the cream of the crop from each country.
They're not sending us their best.
Right?
Why would they? Right? I mean,
yeah. Then what the other day, and those Moroccans, something like, I forget how many 60,000 or something of these Moroccans invaded over the Spanish border. I'm like, oh, here we go again. I'm just kind of glancing at that story, and I noticed, wow, these guys are all, basically military-age men, and not one of them had a backpack or a handbag for their provisions and their clothing and everything until they got a job to make their life better.
Yep. I watched.
You know what I mean? It's like,
I watched one of them guys being interviewed. Yeah.
Oh, really? What was
he
he
said,
saying?
we're coming for our free stuff.
Really? Well, I heard as well the Moroccan government assisted everybody in crossing the border.
Of course they did.
Just like anywhere else. But it's weird, though. It's like, I'm picturing myself, okay, I got to go to the States. I got to get to the States. I have to get there right now. This country's screwed. I have to get there and make a better life. Okay. Common sense. Shit, what do I need? I'm going to need clothing, rain gear, boots, some stuff I need to go to work, food, some kind of shelter, because I can't just go across the border and find a house to live in. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to come ready to go. I hope they accept me if that's desperation. I'm saying, obviously you'd get in line and do it legally like everybody else if you really wanted to immigrate to the U.S. But if it's desperation, oh shit, I got to get there no matter what. Okay, you're going to bring clothing. You're going to have some snacks and food to survive on for a few days or whatever until you get a job. Where are you going to sleep? Shit, I don't have a freaking clue. I should probably bring a pup tent at least anyway. Maybe go camping somewhere and get my feet on the ground and get a job. That shit's not happening anywhere.
Like I said, they don't even come.
But
they don't even have a backpack over their shoulder.
Right, and I don't understand. That's a lot of housing, and that's a lot of beds, that's a lot of blankets, that's a lot of food. Where are these people going, man?
I don't know. You know, the human trafficking right now is at an absolute sickening level. It makes you wonder if half of those people don't even really make it here.
I know. There's another thought, too, right? It's like, are they just walking right into the furnace?
Maybe there's a reason that only men are showing up.
I don't know. I mean, obviously, I think if I was, living here where I'm living, if I had something like tens of thousands of people just flooded over into my hood, you're going to see them all over the place. Yep. And I don't know. I guess I'm probably babbling too much about a topic I'm not too familiar with, but just watching it from the outside so far, there's some insanity going on, man. Like there's some absolute insanity going on, and the only quick, easy explanation for me is it's against humanity, it's against Christianity, and definitely against the West. Western culture is getting annihilated systematically. So I don't know. I don't know. Keep doing what you love to do while you can, I guess. I don't know until somebody comes up with a recipe to make all this shit better.
Well, I'm waiting for the rapture.
Yeah, I don't know. And meanwhile, what do I choose to do this lifetime? Make sure that everybody knows there's hairy, naked guys running around the forest. Right? See, the world's crazy. I'm part of it.
The thing about it is, can you imagine this subject being this wide and broadcast as far as it is 15 years ago?
Well, just like 15 years ago, I'd have guys, successful men from the States, most of them from all over the world, but in hunting camp with me. And then my guide partner would always make me bring up this topic. And I'll never forget, back then, this one man goes, "Man, y'all probably believe in UFOs, too." I wonder what he's saying right now with all the mainstream shit going down.
There's a guy that lives out here. He's a little antisocial.
Good for him.
He's one of those guys that's lived on his own he's married, but his wife lives in town and he lives out on the farm, right? Just the way it's been forever. And he told one of my friends, and she believes him, that one night he stepped out on his porch and started shooting at a UFO. Yeah.
Really?
He says he sees them out on his ranch all the time, and they're about 25 miles, maybe 30 miles, as the crow flies from where I'm sitting right now.
Do you know this guy?
Yeah.
That did the shooting?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is he sane? Can he speak smoothly?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is he sane?
Yeah, yeah.
Shit, you should get him to come and talk to me and share his shit.
Yeah, he's like I said, he's antisocial, but if he says something happened, it probably happened.
Yeah. What's his story? What did he do for a living earlier?
I believe he's just been a farmer, rancher.
Oh, there you go. Wow. Interesting. Who knows what else he knows?
Oh, yeah.
That he might want to talk about.
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be an interesting thing to talk about. A friend of mine, where is it? Hold on a second. A friend of mine in Alabama just texted me he met a man. I wonder if he's going to be on here. I don't know. But hold on a minute here. And this friend of mine, he's not a fan of this topic at all. Hold on a second here. Where is it? Said, I have a friend that owns a hardware store in a small town. I was telling him about you, and he said, we need him to come. He knows a bunch of people, and they have lots of Sasquatch stories. And I said, oh yeah, what state? I just told him, blah, blah, blah. I said, how far is he from your place? He said, about 45 minutes. Camden, Alabama. Camden, Alabama. Camden, Alabama.
I've heard of that place.
Yeah, I haven't. But I said, okay, yeah, when the next time I come down, we'll head over there for sure. But I wonder if that man's listening right now and maybe wants to come on here and give me a quick preview of what's going on around there. I'm sure somebody around there has got to be on the channel listening.
Most definitely. That'd be awesome.
The whole town. Yeah. Then this topic, like I say, nobody's coming up with recipes to make shit better. But I've learned now, if you have to do the tactics that they have done to us to manipulate us, and that is control the narrative or how much you pump it out. So, they've already proven. You ever seen those commercial or those quick little videos where people take about 50 news channels and they make them all on the same screen, talking the same time, saying the same story at the same time? Okay, so there you go. There's the recipe to get successful against us. That's what they have done to us. They've got a hold of all the media outlets, the news outlets, the educational outlets, and they all have the same script. So I guess all we need is all the people with the truth to outnumber them and keep pumping out the truth nonstop.
Yep. It's the only way to fight back.
Well, that's the recipe they used against us, so we got to use the recipe to fight back. Use the same weapon, which is just keep getting good people to talk out loud no matter what and make it grow.
The truth is paramount.
Yeah. But the shitty thing with that is when I've watched good people getting a large audience, and then next thing you know, they get the love of the clout, the love of the dollar, and they need content, and they just start pumping out dog shit after dog shit after dog shit after dog shit.
I know. There was a couple of channels besides yours that I watched, and they went that way, and it's sad.
It's weird. It's so weird how humans are so susceptible to it. It's like, oh man, I don't know. I'm just getting such a huge audience here, and I got sponsors and everything, and this is good money. This is great. I got to keep it going.
Yep.
Way to go, stupid.
It's a shame, right?
Stay on track. Just freaking flood your community with healthy, helpful knowledge, and don't stop. It
comes down to integrity.
Yeah. I guess that's been systematically getting erased out of communities too, right?
Is. Something really did change during COVID. Something shifted. People are different. Yeah.
Well, they found that recipe to get everybody against each other and split families even more at a high rate. Like, I've never seen the destruction in relationships as that debacle.
I used to think that wouldn't be capable on the scale that happened. I cannot believe that people stopped talking to their family because they didn't decide to get a jab.
Yeah, I know lots of people, families are still split up because of that. It's amazing. But it's also scary because when you see what they can actually get X amount of people to do, that means they can get X amount of people to absolutely go hard against their neighbors in a vicious way, probably, right?
Yep. And it makes you worry about our military, too, right?
Yeah, well, look at what the people with badges and guns are willing to do against their community right now.
Exactly.
It's creepier than shit. Look what happened in Canada when literally millions of Canadians were protesting. Millions. And the leadership never spoke to the people once. And then they got a bunch of, I think there were UN troops flown in, and bad cops, and beat the living shit out of the people. Right? I mean, all those people you'd think grew up in a community, eating toast and jam and eggs for breakfast in the morning like everybody else in cereal, watching cartoons, and next thing you know, you're one of those dogs beating on the citizens in your community.
And it's not like those people make an amazing wage either, right?
Yeah, but how do you... It's amazing.
So what's the
it's like
incentive?
You can train a horse. Yeah, I think we're just as susceptible as a dog or a horse or anything else to be trained, right? I mean, you look at... I always joked about as an example, I always joked about our horses up north. They're big horses, and they get worked. Through the hunting season, you're packing moose up and down mountains for a whole day, trying to get that back to the highway, wherever. I'm like, man, if I was one of these horses, the second that saddle came off of me, I'd bolt south, find some teenage girl to take care of me, and never come back here.
Bet.
But they keep coming back, right? You just put some oats in that bucket, and here they come. We're no different.
Nope.
Right? We're no different. Yeah, so weird. But and then you get the recipe to manipulate us in the right hands or the wrong hands, and here we are. Man, I'm really going on a bit of a rant about the planet today, huh? Both of us.
That's okay.
Everybody is. You can't get away from it. You get fuel in your pickups anywhere, especially lately, and anybody beside me, doesn't matter how old they are, they start talking to you. Can you believe what's going on? Blah, blah, blah. Everybody's pissed.
I've never seen it like this, that every single person you run into is talking about the same exact thing.
Everybody's pissed off, yeah.
Yep.
But it's getting to the point. There has to be somebody's got to come up with a real good remedy.
Yep.
Quick. And all the good people need to focus on that good remedy in a big way. That's the only way.
I'm pretty lucky. I live in a pretty tight-knit town. There's about 3,000 people live in this town. And I honestly think that for the most part, there's always going to be those outliers and those jerks, but I think for the most part, this community would take care of itself.
Yeah, there's a bunch of communities like that, actually. The town that I'm in is it's a pretty rough, not rough. It's probably just still pretty old school, this town overall where I live right now. There's a lot of old school loggers, fishermen, and it's one of those F around to find out towns for sure. Yeah. Big time. Compared to a lot of other towns in Canada, Stan, right? Still pretty old school in that way. FAFO, big time here. And I had some other guys, I think, from your state. Yeah, it was a state. Said they got a militia, over 200 guys in one town, and they're all good guys. And he said the cops don't even mess with us. He said we take care of our community. I'm like, no way. He goes, yeah. He said there's 200 of us right now. You get across the border, shit goes sideways. We got a spot for you, brother. I'm like, okay, man. Note taken.
I think there's several communities in Idaho that have militias. Yeah. And I think the cops are low-key encouraging it, right?
Yeah, well, who wouldn't with half a brain right now?
Yeah, I mean...
But he said, there's 200 of them in a group, and he said the cops just drove right by them.
Yeah, I mean, there's a handful of police in this town, and if something big went down, they couldn't handle it.
Yeah. I don't think anything big's going to go down in rural Canada or U.S., though. You know what I mean? I think, obviously, the inner city is going to be a frickin' zoo.
I've never understood wanting to live shoulder to shoulder with people.
Well, it's how you're raised, too, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you're thumped in there at birth. That's all you know. But,
you heard of that? Yeah. Well, there's a book, and then they made a movie out of it called My Side of the Mountain.
Oh, yeah?
And it's about this kid. I don't know, he's probably 10 or 11 at the time, maybe. And his dad told him he was going to take him camping to do some, he wanted to take some samples of moss or something in the creek for some science stuff. And his dad got busy and didn't take him, so... He left his mom and dad a note and said, I'm headed up the mountain, right? And he went up there and lived there for a year or something by himself, an 11 or 12-year-old. And, yeah. carved a den out of a tree and was doing pretty good, honestly. There was a guy that would come in and out, visit with him, stay with him a couple days, every once in a while. But my mom always told me that she thinks that I could have done that. That's, because I'm an only child. So I entertained myself when I was a kid for the most part. Me and my dog would go to the creek out back and spend the whole day out there. And, Can you imagine the kids today doing that? Leaving their phone at home and just entertaining themselves for an entire day?
Yeah. Oh, there's adult males right now that I know of that don't even know how to change the wheel of a car.
I know, and if I had my way, I'd sell my house in town and move to the hills and never come back into town.
Be good. It'd be a tough life. You know, I used to do it for a few months of the year, and sometimes I always wonder how tough it would be to live out there. Obviously, up north would be pretty damn tough because it's at minus 30, minus 40 sometimes. That's a shit. It's only spruce up there, too, and that shit burns like paper.
Yep.
You need so much firewood, but when you think about what we actually need right now, you know what I mean? Gunpowder, electricity. It's kind of be nice to have that shit.
Speaking of gunpowder, I went to my local store the other day. You know how much they wanted for a pound of Reloader 22 powder?
I'm not familiar with, I don't reload, but how much?
$100.
What's it normally?
Well, 5 years ago, it was probably $30 or $40 a pound. $100 a pound.
Is there a limit on how much you can buy that stuff?
No, not here.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll guarantee you.
Yeah, guess how
there's
much
people in my town that have hundreds of pounds of powder.
No doubt. Guess how much a box of 300 short mag shells cost here?
Canadian? Probably 90 or 100 Canadian, I'll bet.
$120.
Wow. That's insane.
Right? $120 for 300
See,
short
that's
mags.
another way they're controlling us. And I always told everybody I've ever talked to, I told them, they're not going to come get our guns. They're just going to price the ammo out of reach.
Well, I think a lot of the smart people stocked up. I'm not going to say what I got, but you take care of, you try to look ahead and take care of what you need. You know
the thing about it is,
it's crazy.
If something ever happens, you go on the run, you can only carry so much ammunition with you anyway.
Yeah, well, that's pretty extreme scenarios, too, when you really, really picture it. You know what I mean? Like, who's coming? Who'd be running from in a rural town, especially? But I don't know.
I don't know.
When you try to look forward, project the future, and really realistically picture what could be going down. I think when fuel, I don't think anybody understands the fuel shortage is about to come over here. I think the diesel is going to be extinct pretty quick by the sounds of it.
It's $5.39 a gallon right now. In my town,
it's going to rip,
I believe.
Yeah, I mean, if you had power or energy, that you get that shut down, it's going to shut down shit pretty quick.
Oh man.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what comes, man. I mean, obviously, there's no smart people in leadership anywhere that really care about the people. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't even know if you can get into that club as a good person anymore. I don't have a clue. You know, and I'm not.
That's the problem, is to get to the level where you need to be to make a difference. What do you have to do to get there? Yeah,
well, if you have good intentions, you're not going to get there.
I don't think so either.
If you do get in there, they're gonna scare the living piss out of you once you get to that level.
You would, if you was going to strive to get to that point, you would have to tell your family, and you really wanted to be a good person, you would have to tell your family, listen, your lives are going to be in danger. Because you know dang well they threaten every one of these people's families.
Well, family man's too easy of a target. You're going to want the great family man to be in that position. You get a guy who's got nothing to lose, well, then it's going to be pretty tough to get him across that line, right? But it's like people are arguing right now with me the other day online. I don't know why. I read the comments when I was sitting on the boat, and I'm tired and grumpy, and some assholes trying to defend the rape victims from the Epstein bullshit when all the documents are right there. All the gruesome documents and emails are right there to read, word for word, what happened to all these kids and girls. from the perpetrators, and the names are blackened out of the bad guys. So there's no getting out of it. You can't deny it. The good guy, there's no good guy team right now. If there was, those names would be shown and those guys would be hanging. But they're not. So you're either raping kids or you're protecting kid rapists that right now. That's all there is to it. There's no out of it.
Yeah, there's no other choice.
Yeah, right? There is no other choice. You're one of those two right now. Period. So that's kind of shitty.
It is.
Listen to us. God, I hate going down Debbie Downer mode. You know what I mean? It's tough.
You know, I've got an upper for you. I drew a late season muzzleloader buck tag for mule deer.
Oh, nice. What month is that? Is that November? You got snow for sure in November?
Last year we didn't get any snow. I was goose hunting in a short sleeve shirt in February in the middle of the bare grain field. Yep.
What? No way.
But I hope we do get some snow this year. There's 25 tags on that hunt, and it's a huge area, so.
Nice. You going to go throw some cameras out or anything?
I don't know.
You got big mountains?
Oh, yeah. In fact.
Oh, there you go.
In fact, that area I told you that my boy saw the big tracks, that's where this hunt is.
Well, you know what? It's to the point now. I mean, these things are running around my yard. Who gives a shit?
And I told Shane, he's like said he's not a big fan of it, but I told him, I said, we spent our entire lives in the woods at this point. If they wanted to scare us out or hurt us, or they probably would have by now. Yeah.
Is that alarming statement I heard the other day straight from my mouth was they're governed by the was it called the arm of restraint? Ugh. Right. Does that mean this restraint's going to be lifted?
Oh, I don't know.
Good God. I mean, this topic is very, very real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's very real. These beings are that big, are that powerful, and can do whatever they want. And if it is true that there's just an arm of restraint there and it can be lifted, oh my good God, I don't know. How do you even imagine?
We run into their teepees or whatever they build, out of them big, big trees too. And you look at those in the middle of the woods and you're going, yeah, that's normal, And then you hear screams in the distance, and I don't want to see one.
Yeah, I'm good. I've seen them enough. I don't need to have I definitely don't need a face-to-face stressful escort out of the woods for 2 hours either.
That one that I'm positive it was one that put that fear. Oh, makes me almost sick even thinking about the fear that thing imposed on me the last time. I don't want that ever again. And I sure don't want a face-to-face with one.
I wonder why they do that. Because this, for me, if you, it just doesn't make sense. You got something so powerful, so intelligent, and can do all this shit. Why do you bother with an innocent human who's harmless to you or anybody else who's not even has nothing to do with anything against you in any way? And you're going to go out of your way to expend that energy doing that to someone or mowing down trees like a freight train in front of a family, camping, whatever. It just doesn't make sense.
I think they hate us. I think for some reason there's a resentment there, right?
Yeah. Well, those big, huge, the ones that are described as ripped, no bodybuilder even close to their build, obvious male, and looking at us like it with disgust and it wants to kill us and it could do anything it wants anytime it wanted. Now, I've never heard that description, the physical description. I haven't heard that description and a kind demeanor yet, I don't think. except for one. I think we had a couple where one killed a cougar that was possibly about to get some humans or something. I think I maybe heard once or twice. I'm just trying to look at incidents where there was kindness that came from that description. Right. But for the most part, those muscle-bound, menacing-looking, built like brick shithouse males, for the most part, probably 99% of them, just can't stand us. Period.
And that might be where your restraint's coming from, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's almost like a dog behind a chain link fence that wants to just eat you.
Yeah, it's like that great white shark circling under your boat, thinking, you can see me, but as soon as I can, I'm gonna frickin' shred the shit out of you.
If somebody finally opens that door, we're in trouble.
I know it, right? And it's not far-fetched to imagine. Well, why not? You gotta, until we get the answers to everything, we have to look at everything from every single angle.
Yeah. It just does not make sense for them to have personal restraint, right? That they look at you that hard and that vicious and just personally restrain themselves from killing you. There has to be more to it than that.
Oh, for sure, there's more to it than that. But it sounds like they've had no problems killing a good fair amount of military people so far.
That's interesting, right?
Yeah, we got a lot more of that coming up here pretty quick.
Really?
Yeah, unfortunately. But it's truth. There's no way getting out of it. It's got to be shared. And whether you can handle it or not, or you agree or not, it's going to be shared.
Absolutely. Truth.
Yeah. I was coming down on some nasty pieces of shit that were trying to belittle that last past guest on the comment section. Sure enough, I got another email from him, and he actually spoke in person with more of his military friends about coming forward and showed them the video, and they went straight to the comment section and said to him flat out, why would you even want to bother? Read this dog shit. Look at these idiots. Why would you even want to expose yourself to this shit? Right? And that's exactly what I'm trying to talk to people about and share with people. Look, the amount of people out there that know some important stuff that we need to know, I think we need to know, and they don't have the courage to come forward yet. They're probably watching the channel, and when somebody's that nervous, it doesn't take much to spook them away from sharing valuable truth. And these fucking idiots aren't understanding that at all. A lot of them, right? And it's like, shit, I'm going to have to go through the comment section, start cleaning up again and deleting these morons so that they don't scare people away from sharing. And all you got to do is take from away you will or leave it. That's all you got to do. It's going to be presented to you for free. And you just got to bite your lips. If you think it's outrageous for your brain, fine.
Yeah.
But if you're going to come online and make it look like we're actually judging people here, which I'm trying to get everybody away from, then it's just going to make us go, one step forward, two steps back forever. Yeah. And I'm not down with that. We've been doing this long enough. It's time.
Makes you wonder who these people actually are that are doing that.
Well, yeah. You know what? Then another time somebody suckered me into commenting, going at him a couple years ago. And you can click on their profile on YouTube and see if they got a channel or see who they are. And because I have to go on there, if some dickhead comes on here, I can go onto his YouTube profile, find him, and I can block him and hide him from the channel. So this guy was a complete moron. And I went and took a look at him. Sure enough, he had a couple of videos on his channel. And one video was a video from up this grown man's bedroom, white guy, not that matters. And it was like two mattresses on a carpet floor with shitty sheets. You can tell there's a female foot hanging out, broad daylight, and there's a kitten over here and an ashtray on the carpet overflowing with cigarette butts. And I'm like, oh shit, how did this guy get me triggered to frickin' even talk to him? You know what I mean? It's like, oh God, what am I doing? We don't have a clue. There's a lot of people out there whose family tree resembles a trunk, unfortunately, and they find their way to the channel and obviously throw down some shit, and they just can't pick up common sense. So that's what we're dealing with, right? On average. So I'm probably just gonna have to go through the comment section because I got nothing but time and find, because what I used to do when we'd have complete morons come on here, which in the beginning was quite often. What I would do is, because they are so weak between the ears, and I can easily stick it to them and stoke their fire, I'd just pin their comment, and I'd say something that I knew they couldn't resist and retaliating to. Laughing. Sarah would be always looking at me. What are you doing? She can tell when I'm doing it. What are you doing now? And I go, nothing. They got it coming. And then I'd just be giggling because it's a little fun in the morning. It's like a cat toying with a mouse. And then I'd pin their comment, stick them with a retort that made them go ballistic, and then I'd just let it sit and percolate for a while. And then I'd see, because usually it takes one moron to come forward first, and then all the other real scaredy cat morons get a little bit of courage, and then they'll start chiming in too. So it'd be like, throwing that scrap meat on the porch and letting it load up with about 20 wasps and then squishing
Shooting fish in a barrel.
Right? And then I'd just go to town and I'd delete and block every one of them. And I did that for quite a while. I'd do that just to maintain some sanity here and respect. Yep. And then I did have to do it for quite some time, but it looks like now that we're really pushing the envelope with information right now, I guess I'm going to have to go down through the comment section and go on a mass delete of assholes.
For the most part, you've got an awesome comment section.
Yeah, because I'll admit it, I'm weak. I'm a fighter by nature. I can't. Well, I remember my grandfather saying to me when I whipped my mom's second husband's ass, and they're trying to put me in prison for 5 years, and he's like, "Why didn't you run away?" I can't.
I'm not built that way.
Well, you should have just ran away from him. I can't. Okay, I'll admit it. I'm weak. I can't.
Yep.
I don't know why. So when I see somebody coming at me or somebody on the comment section, it's hard for me to have restraint. I don't know why. It's just in me. I can't walk away from a fight.
Sometimes that's good. Sometimes it's bad, right?
Yeah. So anyway.
Do you know who L.A. Marzulli is?
Yeah, I've watched him a couple times. I don't know him. I've seen. What do you think of him?
I've talked to him a couple times. Yeah.
Oh, did you? What do you think?
I like him. Yep.
Yeah? Got a good gut feeling about him?
I believe he's a straight shooter. Did you know that he talked to one of the guys that was involved with the Kandahar Giant?
Oh, he did, huh?
He interviewed one of them a couple times, I believe.
Did the person that he talked to, did he show his face or anything?
I believe he had the guy's face blurred. The guy said he was scared.
Yeah, well, I've got 1, 2, 3 people right now who know people that were there, and they all said that anybody that was involved in that in any way over there was threatened with everything.
Oh, I'll bet.
And they are scared.
He talked to somebody that grandma lived in the village there, right? The closest village, and said that she would, I believe it was goats, take that thing goats. Yeah. Yeah,
really?
Beat it.
I wonder why. You think, because we had a lot of guys from over there have emailed. Like, I've had that pilot that they've watched that thing with the IR light from up in the sky. He sent me an email from a military guy that emailed him, telling him, not me, telling him about them being on watch one night on the ground, and they seen these things coming out and grabbing a goat under each arm and just turning around and running back up the mountain with them.
I can't remember if it was him on his channel or another channel, but talked about every once in a while the townspeople would all hide because they knew that one of them things was coming into town and gonna snatch whatever he wanted to snatch, right?
Yeah, well, that's what that Kandahar guy or Afghan guy said to the military guys when they brought it up. He said, "Did you kill it?" I'm like, no, we should have, because they'll kidnap our women and children sometimes. You should have killed it. So the thought of a woman bringing them goats when why didn't that thing just come down and grab them? How come how they make it some kind of a truce or something? Some kind of a deal.
I don't know. And you never know what that old woman was into, right? Maybe she was, witch or... You never know.
There's some
crazy crap going on in that country.
Is there ever? Holy shit. Crazy,
you listen
right?
to some of them military stories and wow. It's amazing what goes on.
Well, I think we're going to get a lot more coming here through me. Like it's really going to start ramping up in the near future right now, especially this week. So I'm solo here for the week, and I've got a lot of catching up to do, especially with a few different important characters when it comes to getting a bunch of shit shared with everybody here. So I'm guessing by the end of this week, there's going to be some brain spinning shit coming forward here. So
is your puzzle finally coming together?
My what?
Your puzzle. You finally getting all your puzzle pieces put together?
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Is it ever? But it's alarming for me. Like, I'm getting to the point now, I'm almost in envy of people who don't know. Kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But I am in a need-to-know position with what I love to do in life. If I was just going to Starbucks and going back to my 18th floor condo, I wouldn't give a flying shit about what's going on in the woods or around the real world. Who gives a shit? I'm a hamster in a cage. But from what I do,
it probably wouldn't ever make a difference. But I don't go into the woods unless I'm armed.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I carry a 500 JRH single action revolver, which is basically a 500 Smith & Wesson special, right? It's a 500 Smith & Wesson special, or Smith & Wesson, the same length as a 44 mag. But it's a smaller framed revolver, so I can actually carry it, right?
Yeah.
And I'm shooting 440 grain bullets at 1,400 foot per second out of it.
That hurt.
So, like I said, I don't know if it'd ever make a difference or not, but I don't go into the woods without that thing.
Yeah. Well, we had that comment on the boat the other day. The guy said, "What? So you figured you shoot one? You're supposed to? Apparently, you're not supposed to shoot one of those dog men." And you know what I said to him? I go, "I don't give a shit. At least I know I got a chunk of him if I get killed."
If one of them things,
right? I'd rather die. I'd rather die knowing at least I got one punch in.
Not supposed to shoot them. If one of them things approaches me, it's getting shot at.
Yeah, and I don't give a shit what anybody says. Those things have already let us know they don't like guns.
That's
right.
Those dog men kind of. I think they creep me out more than the Bigfoot.
They're pretty creepy, but apparently, I forget. There's a number. I think overall there may possibly be around 200 intentionally spliced DNA creatures ripping around amongst us. Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't have the receipts for that yet, but we're pretty close. So I don't know. We'll see if there's going to be some. I think there's going to be a lot of mind-boggling shit coming forward here pretty quick, right through this channel. So,
what kind of splicing?
And obviously, I'm not overall enthused or happy about it.
What kind of splicing?
Humans and beasts.
Dude.
Beasts and beasts. Humans and beasts. Unknown DNA in humans and unknown DNA in beasts. The whole such a bunch of. It's looking like there's a lot of evidence pointing to the fact that this shit's been going down for a long time.
Breeding program.
Yeah, intentionally manipulating DNA, all sorts of it. So it's kind of shitty. It's a shitty thing to come up with. It's a shitty thing to be forced into accepting, but what else is there? You're just gonna go down, sit down at the picnic table, and decide that Sasquatch are warm, fuzzy protectors of the forest, and that's it. That's the end of the story. That's good enough for me. I don't want to hear anything else. I won't hear it.
Again.
All right, so you're gonna put You gonna put that speed bump all up around your brain then? Yep, that's what I'm doing, and that's where I'm staying. Okay, have fun. Because we're gonna go for the truth, no matter how harsh it is.
But
We're gonna, you know what I mean? Gonna get this frickin' truth out and get it done.
makes me think of that Pink Floyd song. Was it "Comfortably Numb"? There's a lot of comfortably numb people around.
Oh man, yeah, it's sad, but yeah. Well, I got another not uplifting, but a side note. Funny, I got a funny sort of happened yesterday. Before we go, I'm out in the boat. We got 3 guys with me, and they just killed it. We got a shitload of fish. I had a lot of fun, and I'm on the anchor on this one spot, and I got my rod. My fishing reel is $700. The rod is around $300. Then there's the line and the gear, and I got this rod, and a salmon is ripping with it. I pulled it out of the holder, and then it kind of rose up to the top, and it was a freaking monster. It turns around and torpedoes at the boat, goes underneath the boat, and I got my hand on the reel. I don't know what happened. I wish it was the customer that did it, but it wasn't. I'll admit it. And I got the rod, and the rod goes down like this. Like the handle's going like that. It's bent like a horseshoe under the boat, and I'm going like this. I don't know what happened. I'm trying to fold my hand around, and then I skipped, missed a beat, and that sucker splashed into the ocean underneath my face, and I almost dove at it over the edge. And then I ran to the other side of the boat, and there's another guy on the other side of the boat with a rod in his hands. I ripped the rod out of his hand. I stabbed into the water trying to snag the rod, and there goes my rod. Pointed to the deep blue Pacific. Damn it!
Man, that sucks, man.
Oh, it sucks, and there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing.
I have actually dove off of a boat twice for a fishing rod. Yeah,
Really?
One,
Did you get him?
I got mine. One was mine, and one was my grandpa's. I managed to get mine. I grabbed the butt of the rod with these 4 fingers, and barely.
No.
And my grandma, I was with my grandpa, and my grandma grabbed me by the pant leg and pulled me in, and then I pulled the rod in, and I caught the fish too. But then my grandpa's was a nice rod, and I just hear, "Bloop," right? And me and grandpa both dove in at the same time. We didn't get it, but then we put on some snag hooks, and I was snagging. It was in a raft, and grandpa was rowing, and I finally snagged it. Got it back, but
Nice. Yeah, it sucked. Another thing too is just not knowing just exactly how big that fish was too kind of bugs me. But it's just you eat the. I've learned at this stage of the game with the outdoors life of guiding is the frustrating moments. You just eat them. Just eat it. Nothing else you can do. But you know, one time, and people on here might have seen the video about, I don't know, years ago before this boat, and I was by myself about 7 miles offshore in the Pacific on an anchor in 300 feet of water, and I was halibut fishing, and I was videotaping what a halibut bite looks like on the rod and the rod holder. And there's another one, brand new, $350 reel, that one, $200 rod. And this rod, it's a stiff rod for same as they use for marlin and shit. And this thing is bending like a horseshoe into the ocean. I'm like, oh, wow. Looks like a big one. And then it broke the rod holder in half and shredded it off of the boat going just like that.
Oh, man.
300 feet of water. And I got the video camera like this. Oh. Shit. Right? But then we're talking 300 feet of water and the tide changing, so it swings you around the clock with the tide. Probably 2 hours later, if I didn't get the rod back snagged up around another rod.
Nice.
All on video. Got it. The halibut wasn't there. Obviously, he would have tore the leader off once he hit the bottom, but I guess all that line was just going around and around. I got super lucky. It went around the rod, and I brought it back up. Holy shit. And it's like yesterday, when I was pulling the anchor, I was slowly pulling it up by hand, 60 feet or 70 feet of rope, and I remember I was praying. I was just letting out a few prayers. Come on, God. I don't ask for much, but if you give me a hand just this one day, that'd be pretty cool. Please. And I'm pulling the rope up slowly. I'm like, please, just once. And I pulled up 10 more feet and I looked over. Not today,
Yeah.
huh? I got the anchor up. All right, I'll eat this one, I guess.
Oh,
Would have been nice though.
man, that's enough to make a guy sick.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, I guess we better get out of here. I gotta get some breakfast and then get my. It's funny, once I've been fishing for 4 or 5 days and I'm bringing my clothes home, I don't understand how bad I smell until I get home, and then I gotta bring it in the house. Like, oh my gosh. Whoa.
Like opening up that gym bag, right?
Yeah, worse. Anyway, okay. Don't go anywhere, all right? Because you gotta hold on a second. And so, you got anything else you want to share before we go?
No. Well, you're still invited for turkey season anytime you want to go.
Appreciate
We
it,
limited
man.
out this spring too. Me and my boy got our turkeys opening day.
Did you see lots? Were they gobbling like crazy?
Oh
everywhere?
man, we brought them into about 15 yards.
Nice.
We pulled the trigger at the same time and got both birds.
Nice. Double down. Okay, well, hold on a minute. He's straight in there, right where I'm at right now, going across that cliff over there. Right. Okay, he's over here now. Instead of taking trails, you just side-hilled all through this shit. It was on top of this cliff. Came down that, straight down, and then walked over. Now he's over there. About ready to disappear over the side.